it's kind of risky because
Yeah.
she's very alone, but have like a very high HP, and maybe the thinking was to get a fast kill.
But what should you do though?
I don't know.
If you walk up and try to fight and you get hit by anything, you're dead.
Yes.
Then
So
ignore.
that's why I'm just...
Then ignore. Just push the wave. Use the W. Use all of your abilities on the wave to push this as fast as possible. You don't care about this fight if it's risking your life. If you have 800 HP and you're not following to throw your E, that's bad.
Yeah, that's
that is bad. But now, I mean, not gonna follow because I'm gonna risk dying, and if I die, it's so bad. So you see these clicks?
Yeah, I click very forward, but
this shows that you had an intention to follow, which is bad. Just run, just Q, yeah, like that. Just focus on the wave. What's going on, guys? Besides it, in today's video, we will focus very hard on laning phase. If you want to learn laning phase, when to be aggressive, how to trade, exactly what you need to do to become an AD carry that is a minimum master tier, this is a great video for laning phase. You must watch. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss out any bit of content from this AD carry specialized channel. Enjoy. Okay, so first click on the right. This click doesn't do anything. She has no Q, so you should be punishing. Then you click back, which is even worse. Then you click up, which is fine, but you should click here so you can get in position where you can hit Smolder.
Yeah.
Then you try to hit the minion, which is very bad because here she just used the cooldown, right?
Yeah.
She just used the cooldown. Look at this. Q, and that's 7 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's the time you had to step here and pressure with the Q. And after the Q auto-attack, then you can run, because I mean, if this Q is like 7 seconds, you can pressure for like 4 to 5. So you can get you can have 2 seconds to like retaliate and back off.
I guess I just wanted to kill the minions to get levels 2 first.
If you have a poke lane, and if you have such a strong champion like MF, you don't need level 2. You have an advantage at level 1. You play against a Smolder. What are you going to have level 2? W. Yeah, and you can out-trade it with Q. You back off. There is nothing you can do because you have stronger abilities. And then, what is Ashe going to have level 2? Q.
Just
I
nothing.
mean, yeah, it's good,
enough,
but it's like W is the champion when you play AP or whatever combat she plays. If you have a Leona and you're pushing like this, I would be like, okay, sure. I mean, Leona needs 2 abilities, Maokai needs 2 abilities, Alistar needs 2 abilities, Nautilus needs Thresh. Ashe? No. Ashe, Karma, range support, Senna, 2 abilities is fine, but she can just poke at level 1. So that's why we shouldn't really do that. And yeah, the position is exactly here. You see how I see this place, and then the moment you see them, you just run. They don't even know you're here.
Okay, I know.
Are you an AD carry main who feels like no matter how well you play, win the lane, make good decisions, play mechanically well most of the times, but you still have no real impact? You crush it one day, win 5 games in a row and feel unstoppable, but the next day you lose every single game and start doubting yourself. Am I even a good AD carry? What can I do if enemy top lane and mid lane are so fed? Imagine a world where you never let the lead slip away. You know exactly how to push your advantage, exactly when to rotate at the right time, and how to control objectives so you can snowball the game. A world where, as AD carry, you don't feel forced to make risky plays and you don't drop your lead. But you don't have to imagine it, you can make it a reality. This is Martin. He was grinding games, watching guides and trying his best, but none of it seemed to work. The problem? He was focusing on the wrong things. You don't improve just by playing more games, you improve by fixing the small mistakes that cost you wins. And that's a problem that most AD carry face. From Platinum 3 to Diamond in 2 months. Billy found himself making the same mistakes over and over again, engaging at the wrong time or mispositioning in teamfights, dying for no reason, and he even knew some of the mistakes, but he didn't know how to fix it. He would find himself guessing what to do next, unsure whether to push, rotate or fight while feeling completely lost in the mid game. Now, he knows exactly what to do at every stage of the game and his results speak for themselves. Silver to Emerald in a month. Shaquille went from Diamond 4 to Challenger. Alex went from Gold to Grandmaster, and they are not alone. They are part of a growing community of over 3,254 players who have taken coaching and transformed their gameplay. But here is the truth. This was not overnight and it was not effortless. Shaquille spent 2 years grinding to reach Challenger, not by playing more, but by playing smarter. Alex dedicated 26 months refining his skills and climbing to Grandmaster once he started focusing on what actually matters. So no, this is not a one session and you'll climb instantly, promise. If you're looking for that, if you're looking for a shortcut, this isn't it. But if you're willing to put in the time, willing to put in the effort, apply the right mindset and focus on the details that actually matter, this is the proof that coaching actually works. You're closer to being a great AD carry than you think. Most players just need to uncover what's actually holding them back. That's it. You could keep grinding, watching random guides and hoping for progress, but how much time will you waste before realizing something is missing? You could finally find the real mistakes that have been keeping you stuck and start making real progress. You have already put in the effort. Now let's make sure it pays off. Book your coaching session now at bizaz.com. Okay. Good. Yeah. Whew. So you are going to play very safe, I see.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I do all the game to try to get level 2 as fast as possible.
Yeah, but with Ashe and in a matchup where AD carries, you're stronger, then you shouldn't do that. Like, I would Q them, and when Zyra Q is like up soon, then you can try to like try to push the minions, but you don't really need to push the minions because you have more, you just have abilities they don't have, their own cooldown, and you also have more range with the Ashe W. Smolder is a lot weaker than you, so you should really look to just zone. Yeah, like Ezreal Bard against Nilla. Nilla, Elise, like they have less range, right? So all what I do here is that I say in the branch, okay, we go for a bit of a cheese. And what happens here is, look at me. Oh, but I'm gonna get level 2 advantage. Why? I don't need level 2 if I have more range at level 1. I can just bow them. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not even hitting
you already have the advantage, I know.
Yeah, because I have more range. I mean, in your case, it was a bit of like they don't have the cooldown, but it's still the advantage. Yeah. Look at me. Like, I'm not gonna push. I'm gonna hit this motherfucker. And what happened here after this? Nilla just AFK. She couldn't play the game. And this is diamond, so it's so tilting if you play the lane properly.
Yeah.
So with
I think it was Nilla need to be at least level 2 to be useful to have an engage and then disengage. Yeah, I know. Yeah, level 3 ideally. Yeah. Level 3 ideally. Same thing here in this case. Look, Tristana with Alistar against Senna. Senna has more range. Kai'Sa has good range. Look at them right now. Oh, but I'm gonna push for level 2. Kai'Sa pushing for level 2. Why? You have Senna. You can zone at level 1. Alistar needs level 2. You can zone level 1. Yeah. Alistair can do with level 1 anything good. If you have a range support, yes. And don't expect that she's gonna play this good. But if you do it and you poke and you abuse them, it's already something. I see. So you just chill here. Then also the fact that we're using the Q on the minions, it is very bad because all what you had to do this lane is to poke, to bully, be aggressive, to abuse them, to slow push the wave into them, hit the Smolder, and all what you do is you Q the minion. So when a Smolder is like, what the fuck? The guy has no Q for 7 seconds, so I can farm for free? Nice, we can scale. Let's win this game. So that's what he's thinking. So you're relieving the pressure, just like that, because you're queuing the minions. Here, that's a good way to use Q right there. For him. Yeah. Well, yeah, because you are on cooldown basically. Like you use the Q on the minion. Now you don't have it, so he walks up and he uses it. Because the push you already have it. Because Ashe is just staying in the brush. She has the W, so you focus. It's weird because you focused on the push and you didn't poke, and you still lost the push. But if you actually focus on poking, and then after you have no Q, you're starting to push the minions, and then every time when you have your Q, you're chunking them. You're gonna get in a position where you have slightly more minions, like let's say 4 versus 3, and you can just walk up and zone them, and they have to back off because they will be low. Yeah, and E level 2 is very, very bad. It's little damage, it's little slow, and it's also a lot of mana. It's very expensive. It's 80 mana, so it's like definitely not recommended. Yeah, okay. Replay. Yeah, okay. So that's
this is a lot already. So it's support understanding, like understanding the support matchup and understanding when you should be pressuring. So when to be aggressive. Definitely playing very safe. Now let's see if we can have some examples for you. So this is a Poppy and a Senna. They hit the minions a little bit. Senna uses the Q. He tried to Q the minion right here. Let's see, okay, it's Alistar, which is low range. Let's see what MF is gonna do in this matchup. Because ideally, you just want to get the push because you play against Ezreal, and Ezreal can get the push pretty easy. But it's melee versus melee here, so let's see how they play. So of course they want to get the push, but you see, ideally you want to use the Q to poke. He tried to get an angle, he missed it, and now he doesn't have Q. He pushes, and now he's like, I don't know if you saw that. Let's see. Like now he tried to push, that Q of Ezreal missed. When you miss the Q on Ezreal, you don't get refound cooldown. You get refound cooldown 1.5 seconds if you hit your ability. If you hit your Q, you get refound cooldown on the Q, E, and that's it. And ult. So the moment he missed it, MF is like, okay, he missed it. And I have push. How do I have push? Well, I just have more minions. How did I do that?
Yes.
Well, I just hit the minions more than he did. Okay, so what do I do now? Well, since I have the push, I can use my range. Okay, how can I use my range? Well, I can just walk up and I'm not gonna push. I'm like, hey, you want the minion? Take this. Boom. So this is all like a bit of a balance between getting push, which she did, but trying to Q the enemies and trying to abuse this non-cooldown. They don't have cooldown. Boom. We pressure. As we can see right here. And now they shouldn't really push very much. I think she's just gonna try to last it. Now, let's see. So now last hit, and let's see pressure on the Ezreal. Hey, you see her? She's not focusing on pushing because she's like, hey, Ezreal needs to go for minions. Okay, so I can just zone. They're level 1. We will know for sure we're gonna get level 2 advantage. So we can just pressure. So this is how the laning phase was played. This is a Korean challenger guy.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can see more examples like so. This one, it's Rel with Nila Yumi. They have a little range, so they can either all in level 1, but they are gonna zone level 1 because Nila has little range. Let's see MF. She shouldn't even push that much. Maybe she's gonna hit the minions 1. You see here? This is a challenger guy, so he knows the fundamentals are like. So he doesn't push. Why? Because of a champion.
Right? Because he already has an advantage at level 1.
Exactly. So now we don't even need to wait. Oh, we need to wait them to use a cooldown. No, we can just zone. Boom, take this. And Nila is like, yeah, I guess we just 15 minutes FF. GG. She can't do anything. They just stay there. Last hit, and now MF is like gonna push. No, they have the advantage. Let's show them that we have the advantage. We last hit, so we're not gonna miss minions. But then after we last hit, okay, Nila, do you want the minion? Come here. Very, very good. This is a challenger LOS. So this right here, this was actually played quite decent. I like this. Good Q. And then now you want the minions? Take them. I'm gonna hit you. You want the minions? Take them. I wanna hit you. Every time when they go for minions, she tries to hit. And now repeat. What is repeat? Use range advantage, so you don't need to push. Pretty simple here. Okay. Of course, now we need to go back to our situation. And it's a bit sad because now we didn't try to poke. They poked us more. We tried to use the Q on the minions, which is not ideal. And then now they get the push. I would get W at level 2 because you get attack speed. And it's 45 mana. And you also get the movement speed. The E is really low. It's like high mana and low damage. Really low value.
Because I think that I could use my Q on the minions easier because they are slow. That's why I think I choose E.
Because why is that? Because if they walk up for, like, for example here, if you Q this minion, even if you don't have the E, you still hit it, right?
Yeah.
That Q didn't hit with the E, it wouldn't hit with the Q as well. And it's too big of a trade-off. If you use 80 plus 40, 120 mana. Using 120 mana out of 300 just for one Q to hit.
Yeah.
So it's like almost half of mana, like 40% of your mana. And yeah, it's just the approach of the lane is different. So looking at our screen, what do we see? We are losing early game against a Smolder. Okay, so I don't even need to look at what happens late game because I know what the late game Smolder does. So if we're losing early game against Smolder, then later stages is gonna be even harder. So here I would go 2 points in Q. There is no reason for you to get W. This lane is all about poke, so you just get 2 points in Q. Ideally, you do Q, W, Q. If you have a support that can all in and you can utilize the slow, like a trash maybe, yeah, you could get the E. You know, it's not bad. Let's see. Yeah, so what is the bottom line? The bottom line is we played too safe. We didn't like abuse the cooldown. They didn't have cooldown and you just didn't do nothing. You wasted your abilities on the wave, so you relieved a lot of pressure from this lane. And then also the ability, like you just took abilities at different points. Like you took E at level 2. Yeah, not ideal the way we played it. So okay, you got a kill here. That's great. Ideally, you to recall at 1300 gold, but now you have 1100 gold. And then you're going to recall. Yeah, that's not a bad recall because you just killed Smolder and you push the wave. Should you hit the tower? Not really, because the plate is full HP.
Yeah.
And yeah, you only have 3 minions. So taking the plate here is a little bit crazy.
Okay.
It's a little bit crazy. So this is fine that I didn't hit the plate. The only thing is that we need to recall because Smolder is coming. Like now, Smolder is coming, and what happens if you stay here?
He could buy items, and they have an item advantage.
True.
And he could trade easier with me against me.
True. So then you want to just recall here, don't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
Perfect. The only thing is that you don't have BF sword, which, I mean, is not ideal, but it is what it is, right? If you could stay for this cannon wave, it would be good. Because a cannon wave is 150 gold, and 150 gold means you get BF sword. But if this Smolder is like close to the lane, then yeah, he will probably trade with you. It's not that bad to stay here because of your mana and HP. If you were like this mana or this HP, I don't do that. Like it's too greedy. But with this specific situation, you could consider staying here to push on more way. Why? Well, just because we need to be smart with this. You kill Smolder right here. I mean, I don't want you to be greedy to take the BF sword, but we just kill Smolder, and it's important to look at the death timers. 2 seconds, 1. Okay, he spawned at 424. Now you recall and the wave comes. Now it's 429. So it takes 25 seconds.
Yeah.
And 4 seconds passed. So he's not even crossing inhibitor. So you pushing this wave, he will probably be like here after you finish pushing. So you're not really losing all that much. Plus, even if you would be like here, it's very black and white, you should always push this wave. Okay. Just because of the BF sword. But it is really important to look at your HP, because if it was greedy and you're low, you shouldn't push.
Okay, right? Like in this example,
it's
better to push the cannon wave.
Yeah.
Because I have kind of high HP and still have high mana.
Yeah, even if it wasn't a cannon wave, if you think this is going to give you BF sword, you can do that. It just depends on can I die there like reliably. And now, I mean, 700 HP, 240 mana. I mean, you can push it pretty fast.
2 summoners.
And then, well, if you would have to use a summoner to push this wave and get BF sword, that's not ideal though. Okay. So it is more about like, I can't die. Why? Well, my HP is good and I'm gonna die against a Smolder. What is gonna do? Kill me? Well, it doesn't have stacks. So you see, it's hard to think we're gonna die here. Okay, if they have a Blitzcrank Draven, if Draven is 5-0 or stuff like that, just recall, don't greed. But in this case, you can easily push this wave. And I saw that what you did later, you sold your blade for a BF sword. That is very, very bad. That is very bad. And here, you should get the 900 gold. You're probably thinking you get more AD with this. Or why are you buying the pickaxe?
Oh, I just had in mind that the order was get match as much AD as possible in the early game. I think Big SI is 25 and Vampiric Scepter has just, I think, was 15 or 20.
Yeah. So
what's
this
lower?
is 20 and this is 15. Sorry, this is 25 and this is 20. But this also gives you cooldown. This also gives you sustain.
Yes, that's right.
And that's huge because that's why you play this champion, because of the bloodthirst and because of how much sustain you have, that you can constantly get your health back. So ideally, the sweet spot here, if you don't have BF, absolute best pro player buy here, it is Vampiric Scepter into refillable potion. Why? Because we're playing against double comet. And double comet on bot is a lot of poke. A lot of poke means you can sustain it, and then refillable potion is amazing. What if there is a blitzcrank in your team and they have a trash? You can get more AD. Yeah, against a trash I wouldn't actually prefer the sustain, because against a trash it doesn't poke you. It just all-ins you. So in an all-in, like say blitzcrank versus trash, blitzcrank versus Nautilus versus Alistar or Leona, you want to have the maximum AD possible.
Yeah, to burst the enemy down as possible.
But in the matchup like this, and usually actually it is ideal to get the Vampiric Scepter, plus getting refillable potion is amazing, because if you have that Vampiric Scepter, even if you don't have it, getting refillable is really good, because even in a poke matchup, refillable is such a good thing. Like you just have perma sustain, and then in a trash matchup or in an all-in matchup, he hooks you, he chunks you, he never kills you 100 to 0 usually in the early game. He chunks you, and then the fact that you're having this extra sustain, it's really, really good. So even against poke, all-in, refillable is very good if you have the cash.
Okay, so if I like back and still have money to spend, like for a refillable potion,
like 200 gold, 150, 250. If you have 300, then maybe you can just get boots. But even then, refillable potion is good if you don't get boots, because on MF you have pretty good base movement speed anyways, and the W and everything. I see. So we're not getting potions. Yeah, so you're not really playing for the champ, so for the strength of the champs. This is definitely something that is big, because it's like play MF and you play safe, and you don't play for sustain. You just chill. Okay, but what do we play MF? Because you can play Vayne and you can play the same, right? It's like you play Draven and you're like getting Doran's shield to scale, you know? Like, that's not why you pick Draven, you know?
Yeah. I think I still like have some issues to utilize the champions, because I really like to play, like you can see, like more playing safe.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying different kinds of champions, and I do kind of like smolder a very lot, because I like sit back and try to Q farm as much as possible.
Let's see. Yeah, but even with smolder, you can always take trays if they don't have cooldowns, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, the trays that you're taking, this is the biggest thing, is trading. Yeah, we can't. I don't think we can really watch more, because it is really, I think it's really holding you back, and I think you're running really hard into a circle. So it's really good that you got this coaching. So you have 50%. So I don't think you were gonna improve. So like, you need to think more about like how can you trade. Like for example, here, the Zyra has the E's, the Zyra has the Q. It's already Q. You have no Q, so now be careful. She's gonna like that. You're trading when she has everything.
Yeah.
Right. And also here, you should try to approach it differently. You're just facing her. You should stay a little bit here to get this minion, because that minion is the closest to you. Get that first, then Q this one. Because now, you shouldn't really Q on her. You should Q on the minion. So you can bounce on her, like bounce on the minion.
Yeah.
On this one. And then you just auto-attack this one. But it's ideally, if she stays on this spot, it's better to not stay in front of her here like this. It's better to stay here. Because you see, this is the range of the Ashe. This is the range of you. This is the range of Smolder. This is the range of the Zyra. So if you stay here, you're also in the range of the Ashe. So if Zyra focuses you, Ashe is closer to you. But if you're going here, you're isolating yourself. See? She's just going to poke you. Very important. Yeah. And as you can see, we're really losing the lane for this trade. And this should go complete opposite. Complete opposite. You should be in the situation where you're bullying them. Yeah, let's see. And here you should stay and you should really push the wave, but you really need to tell your jungle to help you because you have 1 HP now. You really 1 HP. And then in this case, if like look at your HP right now.
Yes.
Ideally, you want to push this before recall, right?
Yeah.
So what about this fight that Ashe is?
Sorry, what do you mean?
What about this fight?
It's kind of risky because she's very alone, but have like a very high HP, and maybe the thinking was to get a fast kill.
But what should you do though?
I don't know.
If you walk up and try to fight and you get hit by anything, you're dead.
Yes.
Then
so
ignore.
That's why I'm just...
Then ignore. Just push the wave. Use the W. Use all of your abilities on the wave to push this as fast as possible. You don't care about this fight if it's risking your life. If you have 800 HP and you're not following to throw your E, that's bad.
Yeah,
that is bad. But now, I mean, I'm not gonna follow because I'm gonna risk dying, and if I die, it's so bad. So you see these clicks?
Yeah, I click very forward, but
this shows that you had an intention to follow, which is bad. Just run, just Q, yeah, like that. Just focus on the wave. Okay, then you take this, good, and then you recall. And I think this is the spot when you sell your. No, it's the next one. Okay. Yeah, you see, imagine you had refillable potion. Imagine you had Vampiric Scepter. You would be here like 700-800 HP, and you can just bully them. See. Yeah, okay. The fact that you're playing a lot of champions is also very bad because these patterns are kind of huge patterns, really. And it would be easier if we play only one to two.
Yeah, I like to have just 1 or 2 mains at least, but I can't really decide to what to play. I just picked Ashe again because MF again because I kind of have the best KDA with MF, even if I'm not playing her probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See. Yeah, it's a very tough point to be. Very tough point to be because like even here I can see you're not really thinking about like many ability. Like now, your support gets caught, and you're walking up. They have everything. She has no E. You walk up your E, you auto, that's fine. And then you just back off, but you didn't think that the smaller is gonna have the W. I mean, at least you're punishing that they don't have cooldowns. The only thing is that your combo is pretty bad, and you have games on MF. Like, how do we play MF? Well, you do damage with your Q and with your PTA, press the attack. So you need to Q, then you need to W, you need to auto, that's press the attack, and then you usually run. So you can reset your passive. So next time when you trade again, short trade, that's when you win. So here, the open should be, you try to E, which is bad because she's right in front of you and you're just wasting mana. But sure, E is not bad because she's slowed into the minions. But then what should you do here after you E?
Probably using W to get movement speed, attack speed, auto attack Q, and then auto attack. That's the first thing.
Why would you start with the Q? Oh, sorry. Why would you decide to auto attack?
I think because the auto attack Q auto reset.
So why don't you do Q auto?
Because no, I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Has Q more range?
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, so I guess we will need to.
I always thinking about like when I play like Ashe that I use auto attack Q or auto attack W to get maximum damage because you know what I mean. Auto attack cancel. And
yeah, animation cancel.
Smolder too, but that's why I think they would do it on MF.
Thing is, if you have 6 seconds on the Q at MF, the reason why you would Q first is because the faster you throw the first Q, the faster the next Q comes. And if you throw the auto attack first, you just, at half of a second, you just waste. Look at this. Like, let's say I go on this guy. Auto attack Q. Or... You see that?
Oh. So... okay.
It's a lot smoother because as you Q, as you Q, like if you auto attack in Q, it's a lot slower rather than if you Q and then auto attack.
Oh, I didn't know that with MF. I think because I did it with the champion that I told you, with like Ash or Smolder.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't play so many champs, because now you're kind of trying to be, you know, of course, you know, you're having fun, so that's fine. But it is a disadvantage when it comes to improving, you know. So yeah, here you see, because you did auto and then you're like, oh shit, I don't have range for the Q. Okay, but if you only have, you know, range for one thing, auto or Q, it's always Q. Because Q does more damage than auto attack.
Yeah.
So trade patterns are huge. Huge. So I think that we should probably just stop there on the trade pattern, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of things here. So I want to see the other game as well with Liwana. Let's see how you trade it. And then I want to watch 2 pro players so I can show you how they do it. Let's see. 500 gold, they can't really recall. Pretty good there. What skin is this?
I think it was the Battle Bunny.
Ah, Battle Bunny. Is it your favorite?
Sorry?
Is it your favorite?
I guess.
Nice. Do you have more?
Yeah. On F, I don't have any more, but on the other champs I have.
Nice.
Like, I do like to have skins.
Yeah, I also don't like to play without skin. It's kind of boring. I see. And now they can win because they have good poke. Zyra got some items. He got some stack with Smolder, so it's a little bit...
Yeah, let's smaller scale.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes though. The thing is... Yeah, now it's a bit hard. Let's see. Yeah, also you need to look at the support body language. Like if she walks up like this, you can't just like, you need to have an imaginary circle on her range. This is her range. You saw the E range, right? Like you're just walking into the range. Yeah. Okay, I see. And then yeah, this sucks to be in this spot where you have to sell this, but usually I would not sell this. I would just get the BF next time. But if you sell...
but you see, if you watch a little bit longer, I undo it.
You undo it.
And bought...
Oh, wait. So you're gonna go for Essence River first?
I think because I have so much gold, I think I have to spend it. That's why I spend it on the next item. Yeah. But I think on this game, I still going BT first.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have your first item, so... far away.
Yeah, I delayed,
right?
Yeah.
So it's not good. Yeah.
But what should I do in that moment?
You just save your gold. You don't buy anything, and then you just come to the lane. You push away when you come back. You
okay. So
it is bad, but what you did is horrible. Like it's worse.
It's worse.
You know.
Okay.
So it's like from this spot, like after we play the way we played early game, it's definitely not ideal. Be in this spot. Okay, so let's see a little bit of. I guess we shouldn't really talk much about the team fights, because we're gonna go in depth on everything. It's gonna be kind of bad. Let's focus on this one thing, trading, which is huge, and it might take you like 2-3 months to improve it. Why? Is because you also need to have support understanding. So I just want you, because this is definitely bronze level. You're trading. So if we get this to gold, if we get it to even silver or gold, I'm fine. Yeah. We can already go to the team fights. But if we can't go to team fights and other stuff like rotations, wave management, if we have the trading at bronze, because it's a very important skill. Okay, let's see this one. Because now you should be thinking, what runes do they have? What champions do they have? How do I want to play the lane? Okay, perfect. Oh my god, but they really like this Ashe, don't they? $5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.